God, I have missed y'all so much. We are here. It is the Saturday morning live. Y'all, I was cracking myself up before this live because I don't know how many of y'all are Kendrick Lamar fans, but if you are, man, his last album that he just dropped is so fire. But it's one song on there called TV Off, man. I can't stop singing. That's all we've been singing. Turn this TV off. So that's what I was laughing about before we got here. Good morning. Thank y'all so much for joining me on the Saturday Morning Live. You already know the drill. Put that question of the day in the chat. And let's see, what is the question of the day? I think I said something about how hard it is. What's the hardest part about saving? Yeah, here we go. What is the hardest part about saving money? Drop that in the chat as you come in. And I want to just take a minute. I see all my favorite folks up in here. I want to take a moment, though, to say welcome to all my new subscribers who may be watching or may be watching the replay. Shout out to the replay gang. I just want to say thank you guys so much for subscribing to my channel. We are almost at 8K subscribers. You guys, the goal is 10K by May. We can do this. And let me just introduce myself. My name is Chris. I have been on this budgeting journey I've been on YouTube for almost 4 years now. And one of my biggest goals is to just bring us together as a community to help empower one another so we can reach financial freedom. That's it in a nutshell. So if you are here watching for the first time, make sure you drop it in the comment section so we can give you a big welcome. Okay. All right. With that being said, let's get to the chat. Let's see who's here this morning. And also make sure you put in your hashtag Saturday Lives if you want to be a part of the giveaway. All right, let's see. We got Janelle here. Good morning. Happy February. That's right. My God, it took January forever. What took January so long? That was the longest month in history. Anyway, Janelle says, the hardest part is trying not to spend the money you saved to turn around and use it for unexpected expenses or bills and don't put the money back. Oh, okay. We living today. That's what we doing today. We live and loving. All right. She touched my soul with that one. Use that money and don't put it back. I know we all can relate to that. Hey, Shonda, not spending it at all or having to spend it or something I didn't plan for. Yep, that's hard. Hi, Laura. Good morning, y'all. Feeling depressed after taking the money out to pay for unexpected emergency stuff. I told y'all we live in today. That's a true feeling right there. How many of y'all can relate to that? When you got to use that money you saved, and then it's like, how am I going to say this back again? Do you know how much work it took? Ooh, I'm telling you, that's true right there. Y'all ain't playing today. I can't believe I'm on time. Me too. I was good, just 1-2 minutes. I did good this morning. Good morning. The hardest part is keeping from spending the money you currently have saved when you're in a tight situation. Yes, y'all are all on track today. Hey, Lucille. Not always being able to save on a fixed income. That's Lucille talking that talk right there. That's true too. Like when you're on a fixed income. Oh, and Lucille, I've had a few new subscribers. I hope they joined today because I told them to come in here today. But they asked a question about how do you save when you're on disability. And I said, we have a friend in the chat who's on disability and she's able to save and pay off her credit cards. So hopefully if you see them in the chat, please introduce yourself because I told them all about you if they came to visit. All right. Chris, for me, it's just moving it. Once it's going to the next bank, it's there. Yes. Transferring it. Yes. I don't have enough. I can only afford to do a little at a time. That little at a time, it adds up. Don't let it discourage you. It adds up. Good morning. Good morning. All right, let's see. The hardest part for me is organizing all these challenges I have over here. Please give me some suggestions. I have actual videos on that. And maybe we can do a live on that if y'all are interested in that. But yes, I do have videos on how to organize your savings challenges to make them work for you effectively to help you save money. So make sure you go and check that out. But we can also do a live on that because that's real talk. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. Desi, are you feeling better, by the way? Also, some believe they don't have enough and possibly think $5 here and there don't add up to much. That's hard to, once you're able to get that mentality that saving $5 here or there really does matter, then you're on your way. Once you can get past that and you realize that is helpful, there's no stopping you. I promise you. The hardest part for me is waiting until I have the money saved for what I want. I am so used to just buying things when I want them and dealing with the aftermath later. Oh my God, that's a good one. Hey, Erica. The hardest part is not being able to save a higher amount on a low salary. Yes, we are going to talk about that. And let's see, is your name Leona? That's a cute name. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do a live on that because everyone is concerned about saving a high amount. See, that's gonna discourage you from the beginning. If you're like, I can't save a lot, I can't save this much. Yes, you can, but we're gonna take baby steps to get there. Oh my gosh, that was a good one. Let's see. Not being able to spend it right away. Okay. Hi, Nikki. Good morning. The hardest part for me is patience. I think we're culturally conditioned to want it now, but sometimes you have to plan and wait. So let me get, so we live today. That's the time we on today. Because y'all is bringing facts here. Hold on. Replay gang. Are y'all catching this? They dropping gems. All right. When y'all come here, and I'm serious about this, and this is why I have these open discussions. Y'all need to have y'all planners, notebooks. Y'all need to be jotting this down. This is some gems. Write this down in your daily journal. Look at some of these comments that are being said. And then think about some of the ways we say we can overcome it. Let me get on down here, y'all. Y'all ain't came to play today. Okay, let's see. Feeling like or not having enough money. Very discouraging. Not having enough to save. Some issues always raises its head right when you try to get ahead with saving. Ain't that the truth? And for those of y'all who about to file y'all taxes, I advise you to keep hush about it, because that's when it really happens. Don't get excited. Listen, break down your money and how you're going to budget it. And we're going to talk about what to do with these income tax checks. But don't say nothing out loud. I'm telling you, especially to that one sitting out in the driveway. You ain't going to have no check, and just don't say I didn't warn you. All right, you guys. Good morning, everyone. Thank y'all so much for being here. Yes, put in your hashtag Saturday Lives if you would like to enter the giveaway for today. For my folks that have won the last couple times, don't worry, I got you. Your giveaways is coming. Work with a sister. But they are coming. Somebody won. I forget who won the last time. That won 30% off in my shop. And they did. They went out and bought some stuff, and we took care of that. So yeah, go ahead and make sure you put those hashtag Saturday Lives in. Now, let me explain what today's live is about. You can see it going across here. Let's see. Can you see it right there? Which budgeting method is best for you? That's what we're going to talk about today. I thought that as we talk about our budgeting journeys, we need to understand and we need to know that there are a multitude of budgeting methods out there, and some of you may not be aware of them. So I thought that would be a good place to talk. I thought that'd be a great topic to talk about today, especially for those of us who say we don't have enough, we only save this amount and all this stuff. Did you know there were different budgeting methods out there? We're going to talk about that today. And I want to ask you this question, okay? Before we dive into it, I want to ask you this question. When we talk about budgeting methods, drop it in the chat. What is the number one budgeting method everyone uses? What is the number? I'm talking about everybody named mama used this budgeting method. If you know, you know, put it in the chat right now. We're going to talk about it. What is the number one and probably the only budgeting method mostly everyone's familiar with? So put it in the chat. We're going to talk about this budgeting method, but I also have a total of 7 that we're going to discuss today, because a lot of people, it's hard for people to get on that budgeting track. So I want to share with you that, did you know there's so many different ways to budget that maybe the one you think of or that you hear the most may not be the best one for you? So drop this answer in the chat. Let me get back to some of the comments. And while you guys are here, make sure you hit that like button, please. And also, if you're not subscribed, why not? What more do I have to do? People, hit the subscribe button. We have fun over here. Look at me choking. See, that's what I get for being me. All right, let me get you to these questions. Okay. It can be easy to lose motivation and feel overwhelmed by the cost of living. Whew. Let me tell you something. Let me talk to y'all. Come in close. You there? Okay. I just want to warn everybody right now. You can take my advice if you want to. I'm not going to name any names because that's not what our channel is about. But I am going to advise all of y'all. If you experience this January, this past month we've had, our world is it's going to be a little different. So I advise all of you to start thinking about your paper, start thinking about how you say that paper. Paper means money for those of you who don't know. And start getting smart because it's about to go down. And don't think it ain't for 1 minute. It ain't about to go down. We've already seen the past 31 days. Oh, it's about to go down. That's just my advice. We'll talk about it. All right, let me get down here to some of the newer comments. Again, thank you all so much for being here. Let me see if I can find. Oh, I meant to say put a number 1 next to your question. Hold on. I think I see Marie. Marie says I'm on disability. Marie, you may have been, I don't know if that was you who asked me a question, but our friend Lucille here is in the chat. She's on disability. She has great ideas and suggestions. So I thought this would be a way for you guys to connect if you have questions about how to save and all that stuff. Lucille does an awesome job. Marie, that may have been you who reached out to me. Hi, Danny. Good morning. Hey, Tina. All right, let me see if you guys put a number 1 next to the number 1 budgeting method everyone use. Let me see. Oh, somebody said happy birthday. Hold on, is Shonda's birthday? Hold on. Happy birthday, girlfriend. Happy birthday to you. Everybody give a shout out to Shonda that's budgeting my abundance. Today is her birthday. Oh my God, I used to have all of this on my calendar. I need to get caught up. All right, let me see. Who did anyone put if they know the number 1 budgeting method? Let me get down here because I'm probably behind. Here's one. Okay, zero-based budgeting, cash, zero-base, cash, paycheck budgeting, zero-base. I think y'all got it. Zero-base. Look at this, zero-base. You got it. One of the number 1 budgeting methods is the zero-based budgeting method. That's what everybody knows. If you just started your budgeting journey a while ago, this is the budgeting method everyone uses. This is the budgeting method everyone talks about. I think Dave Ramsey talks about it. So that as a budgeter, that's all you heard was zero-based budgeting. So that is a budgeting method. You may know about it, but let's talk about what it is and what it means, okay? So let me take this banner off. Let's get into our different budgeting methods that we can choose. And the first one is the zero-based budgeting method. All right. So what does the zero-based budgeting method means? It means give every dollar a job. How it works. You allocate every single dollar of your income to a specific category. So if you guys use this, you already know, drop it down in the comment if this is what you use. You're going to allocate your money to a specific category, bills, savings, debt, until your income minus your expenses equals 0. So let's talk about some pros and cons of this budgeting method. The pros is it forces intentional spending. It eliminates wasteful expenses because, you got to give your dollar a job. Now you're going to be looking at, those expenses a little sideways, like, do I need you? And it encourages consistent saving. Now, what's the cons? It requires dedicated tracking. And you already know, if you're using zero-based budgeting, you got to track that money. You cannot miss a beat because you done gave every dollar a job. So you got to know where that money is going. And it can feel restrictive for some people. So that's what zero-based budgeting means. And I want to make sure that everyone understood the definition of it, because we hear it a lot. So we assume that's why we should do it. But I wanted to make sure everyone understood what it is and some of the pros and cons. Now, let me see who all in here is doing the zero-based budget. Hello, can I talk? Who all in here is using zero-based? Let's see. Lord, last month was a trip. I'm just saying, be prepared. I'm just saying, we'll talk about it. All right, let me see if anybody said they're using. Oh, look at you, Daddy. Okay, y'all, real talk. For those of you in here, and there may be some of you in here, you all have heard us talk about Simple Shops before. She is one of the main people that always donates to my Christmas giveaway live. She is a great supporter of this community. She is on Instagram a lot, and she has a YouTube channel. When you guys hear us talk about different budgeting projects, this is who we're talking about. She has the most beautiful products. You guys have got to follow her on Instagram. This is our girl right here. So this is who we're talking about. So Danny, thank you so much for the super sticker. You know, I appreciate you. That's the girl right there. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. Okay, let me see. Zero-based budget is too restricted. That's so hard for me to do. Tracking can be frustrating. Tracking is frustrating. It takes a lot of work. Let me tell you something. Tracking expenses is work. It's like a part-time job. I saw somebody say something about the budget mom. The budget mom. That's where you learn zero-based. Okay, you use zero-based. You use zero-based. Okay, I am using zero-based. All right. Let's see. Anybody else using zero-based budgeting? I always have money at the end when you use zero-based budgeting. Okay. All right. Oh. Where's my finger? I love tracking expenses. You know what Desi should do? This is real talk. That's a business. That's a business. You could charge people. You want me to track you? Because she will. She'll track it down to the penny. I'm just giving. Okay. The first idea is free. That's all I'm saying. You gotta love doing it. Not everybody loves doing it. If we find somebody who loves doing it, that's a business right there. All right. So that is our first method. That's the one everybody knows. Let's get into another budgeting method, because like I said, there's others. You all maybe know that one. There are others. All right. Let's get into the second one. This one is called the 50-30-20 rule. Okay. How many of you guys heard about this? It's the balanced approach. So you probably heard 50-30-20. You probably heard 80-20. You probably heard 90-10. I post a lot about these. And this budgeting method kind of gives you a percentage to work with. Some people need a percentage, like give me a number and let me work with that. That's what the 50-30-20 rule does. This is how it works. 50% of your income goes to needs. So your rent, your groceries, utilities, all of that stuff goes to your needs. 30% goes to wants, like dining out, entertainment, shopping, all of that fun stuff. And 20% goes to savings and debt payoff. Okay. Now, here's some pros. It's simple and easy to follow. Like I said, you break it down by percentage. And it still allows for fun while saving. You know, sometimes we think when we're saving money and paying off debt, we can't have fun. Some of the cons, though, it may not work for low-income households. So keep that in mind. And it can be too broad for people with high debt. Okay, so that's our second budgeting method. All right. Now, I want you all to drop a number 2 next to this answer that you put in the comments. That's it, 30% for, wants. Do you think 30% for fun money is too much or just right? Comment down below. What are your thoughts on that? As you guys do your budgets, like I said, a lot of us, we're so busy worrying about paying off debt, saving money, emergency funds. We sometimes forget about the fun. Is 30% too much, or is that just about right? Put your answer in the comment section below. Put a number 2 to it so I can recognize it. And my replay gang, if you guys are answering this, make sure you put your numbers next to your answers as well, okay? All right, let's get back to the comment section. Again, thank you all so much for being here. If you have not hit that like button, please make sure you do. And let me see. Let's see what Erica says. I don't find zero-based budgeting to be restrictive at all. It frees up my spending so that I don't need to worry about certain things. This is why we're talking about this, because I want everyone to be aware that if you thought it was just zero-based budgeting, there's other budgeting methods out there, and it's just finding the one that meets your needs. Okay. Look at Kara. I do zero-based mostly. She's a mess. Oh, Mona, she loves tracking expenses as well. Her and Desi. Y'all need to start that side hustle. The tracking expenses side hustle. I'll pay y'all for that. Here, go in here and track this and balance it, please. Somebody, for the love of Jesus, please do it. Is anybody like that? I'm like that. I'm just the kind of person, like a lot of people like to, learn how to do stuff, fix their own car and stuff. How much you charge? Here, come on over here and do this. That is me all the way. Okay, somebody says they use 70, 20, 10. It's all about that percentage method. Sometimes a good percentage helps us budget better. Hi, Don. I've never heard of zero base. Oh, okay. That's good to know, because a lot of people, that's all they use. Okay, Kathy. Now let's see. Oh, look at this. So sweet. We just bring people together. We're family. All right. Let me see. Anybody got number 2s they can drop? Oh, okay. Alicia. Good morning, ma'am. 30% is too much for fun. Get back to business. Okay. Alicia may not have said all that, but I added a little ad lib to that. Hi, Cindy. Just right. I don't cough. Excuse me. Oh, too much. Seems a little high. Okay. You have me on the big screen, darling. Hello, darling. Welcome to the big screen, darling. That's big time, darling. I feel it's too much when you have high debt. 30% is too much for me currently, but maybe someday I can get there. Depends on your income and how much debt you have. I would say too much, but with whatever is left over, put that into savings. You guys don't like to have fun, I see. It depends on the size of your group. Sometimes I think it's too much. I think 30% based on income may be too much. Okay. Too high if you have. Okay, what's a good number then? What's a good number? 30% is too high. What's a good number? Drop that in the chat. Oh, she's so sweet. That's the girl. Hey, Mandy. Too much dependent on income debt ratio. Now my voice got high. Sorry. You know when I get serious about stuff, my voice get high. I'm going to call some of y'all out. It's only out of love. Y'all know I love y'all. I got to grab my cigarette as I do it. 30% is too high if you got debt and all that stuff. But yet, sometimes we overspend in certain categories. So we don't allocate the money to cover the fund because it's too much. But then we overspend in certain categories. I'm just the messenger. Let's talk about it. All right, let's see. I'm not sure. Honest answer. Too much. Hey, Tamika. It doesn't work for me. If I pay 50% of my bills, then all my bills won't get paid. 30% is too much for fun. All right. Everybody said the consensus is in. 30% is too much for everyone. All right. We'll talk about it. So that means for everyone that says 30% is too much. And granted, if you use the 50, 30, 20, remember, it's that percentage budgeting method. Maybe you use the, somebody said 75, 10, 5. Is that what I saw? My math isn't just math right then, but maybe use the 80-20, the 90-10. The whole point of that budgeting method is to make sure you allocate money to those categories so that you don't miss those categories. Okay. All right. But it sounds like you all ain't feeling that number 2 budgeting method, the 50-30-20. So let's move on to the next one. Make sure you guys are hitting that like button if you are enjoying this live and this topic. Let's move into number 3. All right. Who didn't know this one? Did many of you know that the cash envelope system is a budgeting method? Or did you just think it was something that people did? No. This is a budgeting method. If you guys use the cash envelope system, it is a budgeting method. It is best for overspenders. So for those of y'all who spend too much and you know who you are, this is the system for you. How it works. You withdraw cash for different spending categories, okay, and place them in labeled envelopes. Once the cash is gone, it's gone. So what are some of the pros? You're physically seeing the cash, making spending real, okay? You ain't swiping. You stop overspending in problem areas. That's a fact. It encourages discipline and savings. All right, now what are the cons? It's not safe to carry large amounts of cash, and we all know that. And carrying cash everywhere can be inconvenient. Now, let me say something to y'all, because I do like a little cash budgeting. But have you ever, for those of you who are cash budgeters and you have your cash in your pretty envelopes, speaking of envelopes, I do make them. Make sure you check out the website. But have you ever gone shopping and you're trying to get that cash out that envelope? And you just a fumbling and bubbling, especially if that line is long. You just a fumbling and bubbling. You try to put it back. You try to put change up. It's like everybody looking at you like, girl. It's like you was in the way causing trouble. It can be an inconvenience, but it's very much necessary for those who want to control our spending in different areas. All right. So let me know your feedback for that and put a number 3 next to this answer. Which category would be the hardest for you to stick to if you only had to use cash? So if you don't use this method, like Erica makes plans, she's digital. Erica, if you only had to use cash, which category would be the hardest? And for those of you who use cash, hold on, check it. Focus. I'm losing focus on y'all. Hold on. Let me zoom back here. All right, it'll come. Which category will be the hardest for you? Or if you do cash stuff, which category is the hardest? I can tell you right now, mine is food. And I budget enough. If y'all know me, it's not that I don't budget enough. It is just the mentality of going and getting that cash. It's supposed to help me. I'm like, oh, using this app will be just so much easier. But that's not the point of it. So which category would be the hardest for you? Let me get back to the comments here, see what you guys got to say about that. And let me see, which comments have I missed here? Okay. 30% now. Y'all leave them eggs alone. First of all, I don't even buy eggs no more. I don't even eat eggs like that. So I can wait this out. I can wait the egg one out. One of my neighbors, they selling eggs. They got chickens. They like brown eggs for sale. I'm like, Lord, it's gonna get better. It's not gonna get better. Woo! I cover the 4 walls and then distribute the rest. Okay. All right. Let me see. Y'all saying that's too much. I'm stepping away from it. We are in consensus. The 50-30-20 rule is not a favorite. Hi, Rose. Yes, it's definitely a budgeting method. Yes, it is. Hi, Marie. Love the cash envelope system. It has helped me so much. Man, I can relate to that. It has helped me tremendously. Oh my God, you guys. If you don't use the cash envelope system, that's fine. That's why we're talking about different budgeting methods. But what you also should do is make sure you try out different methods, especially if you're using one budgeting method and things just don't seem to be working. Try something new. Try something new. It ain't gonna hurt. And if you don't like that, go to the next one. Always try something new when it comes to your budget. I'm working on increasing my income so I can actually have some fun money. because right now I don't have any. That's the truth. That is the truth. We gotta have fun. I don't know about y'all. We gotta have fun. And we need to do it. And however, whatever fun means to you. But we got to make sure we're doing it. I cannot continue to say we were not just put here to pay bills. Oh my God. Make having fun like it's a bill. Do something, but it is so good for your mental. All right, let me see if I got some number 3s down here. Which category would be the hardest for you to stick to if you only had to use cash, or if you use cash, what's your hardest category? Okay, let's see. Is this an answer? Yes, I did cash budgeting very young, but didn't like it because of real reality checks, so I stopped it. Oh, okay. Oh, what happened? I thought it was an addition to the zero-based method. And Mona, that is a great response. A lot of us do. It's a combination. That's 2 different budgeting methods. It's a combination because that's what we've seen. That's what we've learned. That's what we know when we start our budgeting journeys. Yes. Well, I use the cash envelope system and zero base, and it is okay to use different. You can mix and match whatever you want if it works for you. Come up with your own budgeting method. There may be something you do that can help other people. You may do something entirely different that no one's heard of. You need to make sure people know that. Because I'm telling you, it's not one size fits all. Now, let's see. Let me see if I got any answers to number 3 about which is the hardest category. Let's see. Yes, this was definitely a game changer for me. It has helped me become more disciplined and focus on saving rather than spending. There is nothing better than the cash envelope system where you have your different categories, because that's what you do. And you spend out of a certain category. Meanwhile, this category that you don't use a lot is sitting over there stacking and stacking and stacking. For all of you guys who say you don't have enough money to build and save, you try this cash envelope system. Watch how amazed you are that, say you got this travel envelope and you got this, I don't know, whatever you like to save for, a concert envelope or whatever it may be, and you don't need to use it, and you put a few dollars in there, you go back and check it in a couple months. You'll be like, damn, when did I get $150 in there? That is the best thing about this system. That you are just like, when did I save all that? Because it's possible. It is possible. I can preach about this system all day long. All right, let me see if anyone said what the hardest category would be. Let's see. That's why I only use self-checkout so I can take my time putting my money back in my wallet. Ain't that the truth? You be stumbling and fumbling with that money. Shopping at Walmart. Shopping at Walmart. Mine would be food. Groceries, food, groceries. Groceries is a hard category to stay under. And just when you think you got it down, God, they go and raise prices again. Look at this. Grocery, eating. I already said we know we got an issue with this. We are going to talk about all of us. Oh, look at this one. Them grandbabies will get you every time. I'm not a grandmother, but I'm an auntie, and they get me every time. Every time. Grocery shopping, groceries. Yeah, we need a food intervention over here. We definitely need a food intervention over here. That's the hardest category. Ain't nobody said nothing else. Okay, here we go. Lynette says shopping for clothes. Shopping for clothes. I love shopping. I love shopping for clothes. It's like a treat. And the favorite part of that treat is shopping for sales. Man, I love catching a good sale. Do y'all love catching a good sale? Woo! That's the happiest moment of the day. You go into a store, you clean up. I'm telling you, it's the little things. All right. The hardest category for everyone is groceries and eating out. Look at this. Oh, hello. Rent. That's the hardest category. I reject this question. No, Erica, you have got to answer this question. All my digital budgeters out there, this is a good question for you. What category would be the hardest for you if you only had to use cash? And scratch that. Digital budgeters. because y'all budgeters too. Erica, you like how I said that? What's your hardest category as a digital budgeter? Because listen, digital budgeting, while seems simple, it's not. You got to keep up with digital budgeting just like when you use cash. So, what's your hardest category if you're a digital budgeter? Put that in the comments. Now, let's see how Erica answers that question. All right, let's see. Number 3, the hardest one for me to stick to is eating out because that Uber Eats gives discounts. So ultimately, I see if I'm going to take out. So I treat it like okay. Uber Eats and DoorDash and all of those things, they've made it so convenient for us to eat out now. That's the hardest part. It's not just the budgeting part. It's that convenience. Telling yourself, am I going to order it? Am I going to order it? Don't order it. Go out there and get it. Go drive and get it. You're going to save so much money. Now they got us struggling with ourselves. Oh my God. They're adding too many things in the mix for us. All right. So let's get to that was number 3. Let's get to number 4, y'all, because it's 10:38. I want to make sure we get to all of these. Again, I hope you guys drop in the comments. Let me know if you're liking this topic today. But I just thought it was a good topic of conversation for us to have as we talk about budgeting, and especially for all of our new budgeters who don't know how to get started. We need to start with what's the right budgeting method for you. So let's get into the 4th one. And okay. Let's talk about this one. Not many people use this one, but let's talk about it. 4th budgeting method, the pay yourself first method. Save before you spend. Hear me out. This is how it works. Instead of paying bills first, don't get the shakes. Let me finish. I know some of y'all already shaking. Instead of paying bills first, you immediately transfer money into your savings before spending on anything else. The idea is to make saving a priority and not an afterthought. Okay? So what are the pros of this? You're forcing saving. You forces the saving discipline where you're focused on saving. It builds wealth over time. Okay? And it's less stressful about future money. You're not worrying about where the future money is coming from. Now, some cons to this. It doesn't help much with day-to-day budgeting and can be risky if you don't track your other expenses. Okay? So let's talk about this one. I know the pay yourself first method is not very popular, but look at what it hopes to achieve. You are focused on saving first, because right now, think about it. Think about it. For all of y'all in here, savings is an afterthought. Now, be honest. You all think about saving after you done paid everything, after you done did all this. Let me pay this debt. And then whatever you have left over, you put into savings. But what if you change that mentality and you put savings first and then you did everything else? Because that's really, you do that first, that's really going to make you think about how you spend money, that budget, all that overeating, all that over budget on eating and stuff. It's going to really make you think about that. All right. So I'm going to ask you guys this question, put a number 4 next to it. Okay. If you had to automate savings from each paycheck, what's a realistic number for you? So if you did this method and you put money into savings first, what's a realistic number you transfer? Put that in the comment section. Put a number 4 next to it. All right, let's get back to these comments. This one's a good one. This is a good one. A lot of people don't do it. If you use this method, let us know in the comment section and let us know how it works for you. Okay. Let's see what Glenda says. Cash envelope system plus 0 budget. I do carry my grocery envelope with me and it works out fine for me. Yes, especially when you get that system down. Love a good sale. I go straight to the clearance rack. You will never see me in a store up front with the regular price items. That's not where I hang. I'm always straight. Where's the clearance section? Always straight. Now some stores will put stuff on sale up front now. Good sales, but not no regular price. I don't pay regular price for nothing. I don't think I ever have. I don't think I've ever paid regular price for anything. Oh my God. Vacation. Look, rent is a good answer. Rent is a great answer. Shopping for clothes on a sale and finding my size would definitely bust my budget. Ain't that the truth? I love using coupons when I get groceries and I like a good sale. I love to save and stack my money. I'm telling you. Digital budgeting would be hard for me. Okay. Wait, where is Erica? Did she answer this? Hi, Christina. Setting a scheduled time to budget and plan. That's the hardest thing about saving money. Uh-huh. Let's see. I use my calculator when getting groceries. I also use my market app and put things in my cart so I know when I'm spending and I know I will come under budget because it's slightly cheaper in store. Tactics. I like it. I'm saving $5 a month for my grandbaby that is not here yet, but my son said that he and his girlfriend are thinking about it. So sweet. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. All right, let me see. Where's Erica? My current struggle is allocating enough for debt. Oh my God. Why do I keep choking? Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so glad and you guys know if you ever have any topics you want to discuss, make sure you drop them in the comment section or message me, or you can answer my questionnaire that's in the description box too. I stopped ordering food because they take too long. So by the time they bring food, I'm not hungry anymore. That's the truth too. When you order food like that, it's things like that. Then you get the food and then you start feeling angry about it, buyer's remorse, because it don't taste the same like if you would have picked it up. And this is probably in our heads, but you start feeling that guilt of why you should went out and got it. They do take too long. They forget something. They mess up your order. My DoorDasher can't never understand my instructions. Leave my food on my chair next to my door. Where do they always leave my food? On the damn ground. I'm sorry. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I get so mad. And then every time they send me that little survey thing, I'm like, they left my food on the ground again. Look at those people. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Okay. All right. Let's get down to business. Number 4. Here we go. If you had to automate a savings amount each paycheck, what's a realistic number for you? I also save 10% before. Okay. 10%. I have money coming out to savings every month. Nice. Most of us do this without thinking in the form of our 401k. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Marie. Let's see. I put my savings in my budget. Nice. Very smart. I have direct deposit. A portion of my pay goes into my savings and don't count that in my budget. This seems like you make savings like a fixed expense or a bill. Yes. $25 each paycheck. I love it. Wait, I save $25 every paycheck for myself. There's a difference. I like that. I used to do 10%. I love the pay yourself first method. It helps me a lot with my savings. I do 15% of my net pay to put into my savings. All right, I'm liking these answers. $15 a paycheck. See? Okay, I can calm down. I get hyped. If you're new here, I get hyped. I'm passionate. I like this, what y'all are saying. $15, $25. That may not seem like a lot, but you get that money out and you're not thinking about it, it is going to add up. It's $5, $10, whatever. It will add up. I love this. I save $50 every month. I transfer 20% each pay automatically from my check. I love to see it. I do the automatic savings, 10%. Love it. I pay tithes first, then rent because I need a place to stay. I pay myself $25 each pay. That is better than nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this. 10% to start and increase 1% per. Okay. 10% to start and increase it 1% per year until you reach 20%. Because, listen, you guys, and we're going to talk about this. A lot when it comes to savings, you guys got it down pat, but I like that comment. 10%, increase it 1%. A lot of times, do you ever find yourself when you're using savings challenges, where's this number you're coming up with? It's like, where are these numbers coming from? Have you factored in what that percentages of your paycheck? Can you afford that? Are you saving effectively? What's the goal? That's a great comment right there. I say 10% and then I increase it by this much. I love it. Y'all didn't come to play today. I transfer $100 per paycheck. Oh, nice, Demetrius. Let me borrow $20. I have $100 being direct deposited per paycheck. So my HISA, somebody confess in this chat. Who in their video said HISA for high yield savings account? I cannot stop saying it now. I don't know whose video I watched. If it's one of y'all, please let me know. I was watching somebody's video. They kept saying HISA. I was like, why is they saying HISA? By the end of that video, that's all I keep saying. HISA, HISA, HISA. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, you guys, it is 10:47, so let's keep moving. Thank you guys so much for being here. Let's get to the next one. That was number 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's the 5th one. Okay, budget by paycheck method. This is not living paycheck to paycheck. We're going to talk about that. But this is the budget by paycheck method. A lot of you guys probably use this method, but don't really know what it's for. So let's talk about it. The budget by paycheck method is best for people who budget based on irregular income. How it works. Instead of a monthly budget, you assign your paycheck. Oh, let me take this question off here. Hold on. That's in the way. Okay. How it works. Instead of a monthly budget, you assign your paycheck to cover specific expenses as it comes in. So here are the pros. This is great for freelancers and gig workers, and it helps align spending with an actual income. Okay. What are the cons? It can be tricky if your paycheck varies. So if your paycheck varies every time you get paid, it can be tricky because you don't really know what that actual, what you're going to actually get paid until you get it. You can kind of come up with an idea based on how many hours you worked before, but that's the tricky part of when you do a budget by paycheck, and that's why people do that. So I want you to put a number 5 next to this answer. Is your paycheck the same each pay or different? Like, comment down below. Like, my paycheck is the same. The only time it's really different, and I mean a hair off, is if I take PTO. I've noticed, and I haven't done a deep dive into this, maybe some of y'all know, when I take PTO, my check is higher. But when I don't take PTO, it's lower. And I mean it's higher by, $20 or something. Why is that? I don't know. But anyway, answer down below. Put a number 5. Is your paycheck the same each pay or different? Because if it is different, this is why we use this budgeting method. And I know a lot of people use this budgeting method when they get paid the same amount. So then it's kind of like, well, if you know you get paid the same amount every paycheck, maybe try to utilize a different budgeting method to kind of help you with your budget and saving money. So just something to think about. So let's get back to the comments here. Put a number 5 next to that one so we can get your answers. And I see some more. Let me see what Christina says. I would want to say $50, but may have to settle for $15. Yes. Hi, Trina. 25 to 50. My mama says never pay full price. That's probably where I get it from my mama. My mama don't pay full price for nothing. $10 per paycheck, but I automate $385 per paycheck for debt. Yeah, we will get, hey, ATM, we'll get that money automated and taken care of for that debt, won't we? We make sure that debt's taken care of. But as long as you're saving something, that's what matters. Okay, $100 every 2 weeks. Love it. Woo, the way I stopped touring is at Opry, ain't it? Lord, y'all are a mess. Okay, let's see. Let's get down here and see if there's any answers to number 5. Not HISA. Wait, y'all ain't heard HISA? Whose video was that? Let me see if anybody confessed. People quiet on the comments. They probably thought that's how you say it too. I'm telling you. I was watching somebody's video, but I'm telling you what, I love it. That's all I've been saying is HISA. I mean, it shortens the high yield savings account. So that's all I've been saying is HISA. All right, number 5. Let's see, Kara. This is part of my budget mix as well. So some of y'all have a mixture. I'm seeing that. A lot of y'all have a mixture. I increase my life insurance by $1,000 every year. Okay, nice. Yeah, we're going to talk about life insurance too. That's a good topic to have. Life insurance. How many of you guys got life insurance policies? Something to think about. And especially as you get up in age, the more life insurance costs, and you're not able to cover as much. So we need to talk about that for sure. Let's see. Okay, budget by paycheck. Different because something always happens, okay? Pretty much the same unless I have some overtime. Ooh, I miss being able to get overtime. The same every check. Mine is different if I get any OT or when I'm on call every 4 weeks. I budget by paycheck, and my paycheck is the same each pay. Let's see. You better take PTO and use $20 for Chick-fil-A. Man, now let me tell you something. Now, I don't know about y'all. One thing I will do is take PTO. I will take time off in a minute from work. That's the one thing I will do. And then when I get back from PTO, I'm putting in the next PTO. Do y'all do that? I know my boss be like, you just get back? Okay. I'm bad about that. I will put in PTO, go off, come back, and put in the next PTO. I ain't playing. I'm always about taking time off. About the same. Okay. Different. Okay. I'm salary. My paycheck is the same every 2 weeks. I get paid monthly. Ooh, hey, Ricky is Ricky. She get paid monthly. That's what we need to talk about. I'm going to do a challenge. We're going to call it the Ricky challenge. You want to know what the Ricky challenge is? I want to see, and let me know if y'all are down for this. I want to see if y'all can budget for the month and stick to it for the month. So we're going to call this the Ricky challenge, and we are going to pretend like we only get paid once a month. How would you budget that money, and can you stick to it? That's a good challenge. We're going to do that challenge. Mine is the same. And Ricky, yes, I called it after you. Same amount. My pay is the same. I don't budget by check. I am monthly and all digital. Oh, Erica, we got another digital budgeter in the house. Paycheck is the same unless I work overtime. Man, I miss overtime. Golly. Do you know my staff? I'm going to tell you the real honest to God truth. When they work overtime, they make more money than me. And I'll be sitting there mad. Like, dang. Man, I miss. That's the only thing about being salary. Because I would kill some overtime. Nobody work more overtime than me. Nobody. My paychecks are relatively the same, but my last job I got paid twice a month. And the second paycheck was different depending on how many days were in the month. Yes. All right, let's we got 2 more budgeting methods. Please make sure you put in your hashtag Saturday Live if you want to enter the giveaway. We have 47 entries. And if you are new here, let me throw it up on the screen. If I can find it. Where's my hashtag Saturday Live? Here we go. Go ahead and put hashtag Saturday Live if you want to be entered into the giveaway, and we will go ahead and draw that here shortly. Let me put up the next budgeting method, and it is the half payment method. How many of you guys have done this? Now, look at who the half payment method is best for. It is best for people who live paycheck to paycheck. Now, I wanted to talk about this budgeting method because I didn't want this confused with the paycheck budgeting method. That's totally different, as you guys can see. This half payment method is for those of us who maybe live paycheck to paycheck. So this is a budgeting style for those of us who maybe live paycheck to paycheck and maybe can kind of help us maneuver or manipulate our money a little bit better. So how it works, instead of paying full bills at once, you set aside half of each bill's total from each paycheck. Okay, that's the half payment method. You take away half of each amount of those bills each time you get paid. Now, the pros, it eases the burden of a large bill, and it helps with cash flow issues. If you do this right, you ain't even got to live paycheck to paycheck. If you take the time and do this right, you can come up. We'll talk about it. But one of the cons, it requires discipline to hold on to that other half payment. Now, listen, if you're going to do this, you got to have some discipline. You can't do the half payment method and then you're not, because like I said, you got to be on top of it and then think you get all this extra money. Now, that's not how it works. So to me, the half payment method is more disciplined out of all of them, because if you finagle that just right, you can probably manage your money to work for you and save a lot of money. I'm just saying, but I know Desi's used a half payment method before. Has anybody else used a half payment method? I'm telling you, but you can't just say I'm going to use a half payment method and you're not on top of things. It's the point to that. All right. And I'm going to get into the last one just for the sake of time. Now, this last one I'm going to throw up here. This is an actual budgeting method. Okay. But I don't want you guys to think that this means that you don't have to budget. But this is an actual budgeting method. And it's called the no budget method. This is for those of y'all who hate budgeting. Now, this don't mean don't budget, but it's called the no budget method. Let me break it down for you. This is how it works. I want you guys to drop in the comment section. Instead of tracking every dollar, okay, so for those of us who write out our budget, instead of doing that, you set up automated payments for your bills, savings, debt. You got everything automated. And whatever is left over, that's your spending money, okay? No strict budget categories, no groceries, no gas, no this. You better understand whatever's left over, that's all you got. So here are the pros. It's low maintenance and stress-free. Now, think about those of you who don't like grabbing that budget every month and writing it down and all that stuff. It works well for high income earners. If you make a lot of money, this works best for you. And it encourages automation. We are going to talk about automation because I am going to get y'all to automate 100%. Or I'm going to try. Now, here's the cons to it. It doesn't work if you overspend easily. Now, if you always overspend, then this ain't the method for you. And there's no clear spending limits. So you know how you set yourself on a budget? You can only spend this amount of money. There's no limits. Now, that's the no budgeting method for those of you all who hate budgeting. But you're still budgeting. Understand, you're still budgeting, but you're not tied to a restricted write it down and mark this off and do all of these things. So let me know what you guys think about that. Those are all of our different budgeting methods. And let me know in the comment section. Let's see here. What's my question? Which budgeting method works best for you and why? Okay, so this is what I want to know. We went through all of our budgeting methods. Which one works best for you? Or if you don't have one that you use now, is there one that you may consider? And then I'm going to make sure that I put these in the description box. If you guys come back, you'll have a reference to help guide you. But I want to know which one works best for you. And let me get to the comment section. Let me see how many we have in our, okay, we got 62 in the giveaway too. I'm going to pull that up here. It's 11 o'clock now, so it's time to wrap it up. But let's get to some final comments. And let me come down here to the bottom. Let's go to new comments here. All right, let's see. Paycheck to paycheck. That's your budgeting method. Okay. This is number 6. Yes, I put half away for rent and insurance. I'm telling you, the half payment method, I'm telling you, I've always wanted to do it. I just don't have the time to sit down and maneuver and go through those. But if I had time to work through it, I bet you would be able to save more money than you thought if you use that. Make it work for you. Let's see. I'm definitely considering the half payment method now. And like I said, you guys, just try it. Try these budgeting methods. If you're doing something that works for you, by all means, don't change a thing. But if you're just in that situation where things just don't, you're like, I can't save, I can't do this, I can't get out of debt. Because remember, the ultimate goal for any of these budgeting methods is not just for us to, know what's coming out and what we're paying. That's not the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal is to look at whatever budgeting method you choose and to analyze what you got going on. How can I make it better? How can I save more? What can I do different? Don't forget, that's the purpose of why we budget. Okay. All right. Let's see. I saw Tamika. I do a mix of zero base, budget by paycheck, and half payment method. And it helps to keep my finances organized. And that's another takeaway. It doesn't have to just be one. It doesn't have to be one. Have the definitions of them. Like I said, I'm going to get this ready for you guys. Have the definitions of them so you know which one works best for you. Hey, friend. Thank you for joining. I do this. I automate everything, but I also cash stuff my envelopes. But I have limits for some of my cash envelopes. Take a mixture. It's all about a mixture. Let me see what else everyone else is doing. After watching this, I think a combination of zero-based paycheck to paycheck and cash envelopes. Absolutely. Percentage and pay yourself first. I'm gonna try that. Pay yourself first. I'm gonna try that. I like it. And that could mean, not just automating your savings, but that could mean, if you have like a self-care envelope or any kind of self-care, anything you're trying to save for, things that are important to you, stuffing that first. I'm going to give that one a try. Paycheck to paycheck and write stuff down is the key. Yes. All right. I budget by paycheck. I do my bills on automated and do zero-based to stuff cash envelopes. Yes, absolutely. Budget every paycheck, cash envelope system, and have payment method. All right, let's see. Automate all my extra bills for sinking funds and savings challenges. Yes, it is all about what works best for y'all. But I can't stress this enough. I can't stress this enough. No matter what method you use, make sure you analyze it. And by analyze it, come back every 3 months, 6 months, maybe a year. Did it work? Were you able to save? What became of using this budgeting method? Always analyze it and know that you can always switch things up. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and pull up the giveaway tool, you guys. I really enjoyed this topic today. And we can do more of a deep dive into it. Let me share my screen. We have 62 entries. If you haven't put in your hashtag Saturday Live yet, you got a couple seconds because I'm getting ready to pull this bad boy right now to see who has won. And here we go. Good luck, everyone. And for those of you all who are new, we do a giveaway at the end of each live, and you have the opportunity to win something from my shop. And let's see, the winner is... Hi, Joy. I didn't even know you were in here. All right. So here's our winner. This is Joy. Now let's go to the picker wheel and let's see what she's won. Here are all of the items here. Let's do a quick shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Mix things up a little bit, and let's see what she's going to win. Oh, my God. This is a good live, y'all. I'm so happy that you guys were here. And let's see. Of my shop. And you guys, coming soon in a few weeks here, I'm going to have some new items coming to my shop that I'm launching. I'm very excited about it. So Joy, you may want to hold it for that, or you can go shopping now, whichever, but you may want to hold it for that. And I will announce more as I start to get more stuff in. But I just want to thank you guys so much for being here today. This was a great live. So again, if you guys have any comments or anything you ever want to talk about, make sure you fill out my questionnaire that's in the description box. I'm going to put these budgeting methods out there for you guys to come back and reference. I may put it on my Buy Me a Coffee page so you can just go and download a PDF of it. All right. All right. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And guess what? I will see y'all back here next Saturday. Bye.